fantastic week. It is Wednesday, my dudes. I've got a nice little chill video. I've rolled a J for this one. That way you don't have to deal with my nasty bong. So you're gonna get some of the crinkle sounds as usual, as well as crackling sounds. But the main focus on this video is gonna be my collection of physical media for my video games. I know it's a hot topic at the moment, especially with PlayStation announcing that there will no longer be any discs, like physical gaming discs, I think starting in 2027 or 2028. So we're just gonna take a little trip down memory lane because most of these games I actually don't even play anymore because I either don't have the system doesn't, or I do have the system, but it's kind of janky, you know, they're just old devices, or some are actually from the producer. So sit back, relax. It's just gonna be another chill video with you and I tonight. By the way, actually, hold up. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm so excited to be filming this. So let's pack up, roll up, heat up that rig, baby. And if you're a pen pal, you'll already know what time it is. It's time for a blinker, 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 blinker checkpoint. So hit that right now. Cheers. Do it. Rip it. I better hear you coughing from all the way over here. I'm not hearing anything, so you might still be ripping it. Alright, cheers, y'all. Yo, that flame got a little scary there. Before we get into any of the games though, if you're new to the channel, I like to kind of like wind down at the beginning of the videos with just a little smoke break. I know there's some baked beans on the channel, some sober beans too. But I know how the baked beans are feeling. Like after a long day, you just kind of want to chill out, mellow out, or even lock in, you know. I want to show you one of the newest tattoos that I got. I had talked about it in a video recently that I went out and saw the boys again. And now my tattoo artist is actually based in the state that they are in. I've gone back twice now, so I am gonna keep that tattoo artist forever. Or at least until he stops tattooing, but he's such a chill dude. Alright, I'm gonna show you the flash he made. It's right here. It's Felix. Felix, Felix, Felix. It's really nice. It's healing really well. He has actually been the first tattoo artist that I've ever been to that uses witch hazel right after he's done tattooing. And it was really strange at first, I'm not gonna lie. But it really helped with the healing. Now, if you're getting a tattoo, I do not recommend you putting on witch hazel whenever. I just really trusted him, and it turned out to be really good in the end. Have you guys? Once we're done with the smoke break, by the way, we're gonna get straight into the video games. I've got them all next to me. But again, if you're new to the channel, feel free to skip ahead. This is just like a little laid back, catching up, winding down from the day kind of thing for us here. But darn, I had something else to say. Darn it. I got so caught up in that. I now have longer putting you on top of a tissue box. You have your own little shelf. Holy moly, I just started coughing out of nowhere. I was like, we might actually get through this, but I kind of want to end it. Let me see, how long have we been recording? Oh my god. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna lie, I am sweating right now. Trying to put this so that the camera doesn't move. I'm not bumping into any wires, but let's take a sip of water and then we're gonna start with the games. Maybe I should put timestamps or something. In case, like in the not description, but in the comments area, in case someone is like, well, we're not showing the games, we're just smoking. Alright, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you all of the old school games that I own, or that I have, because some of them are the producers. And then we're gonna make our way up to like modern day devices. Take a deep breath. So, the first type of game is for the Nintendo 64. I'll give you some triggers since I don't typically do that in my videos. But I thought this would make some really good sound. Really good sounds. This is Yoshi's Story. Yoshi's Story. If you see me looking over here, it's because I'm looking at the video preview and I'm making sure that this is still in the frame. So, I've never played this game personally. This did come from the producer's house, where she grew up in. So I have no idea what Yoshi's World is, or Yoshi's Story is all about, but it was $16.99 at the time of purchase, I see, and it was used. Now, I do actually have the console that, they played on growing up. However, I don't know if it works. There were no cables, or actually, maybe this was the console that does have cables, but there are no controllers, so I haven't really been able to figure out if it works fully. But I think that would be so cool to add to the channel, is just going back in time and playing the old school games, the old school consoles. I'm actually still so salty because I used to have a GameCube. I bought it in high school. I grew up with it, but with my cousins. But then I ended up giving it away. This next one is Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. The Crystal Shards. Also another game I've never played. Something I did play on the 64, and I don't know if any of you have played it. 007. That was a badass game. That was a really good game. I remember playing that with my brother. He would play, and then whenever he would die, it would be my turn. We would play in the basement of my parents' room. I think it played Hitman. But that could have been later on in life. Alright, next one. This one's a pretty solid game. I did not play it on the 64, but I did end up playing it on, like, DS. Zelda. The Legend of Zelda. We actually have quite a bit of games to go through, so I'm really excited. Again, I played this probably mainly on the DS, or was it Game Boy? I wish I still had my Game Boy. I had, what was it? Maybe it was Jimmy Neutron or Timmy Turner. That's a good question. Like, I was watching episodes of those shows, as well as SpongeBob. I for sure had a SpongeBob one. And last up for the Nintendo 64 games, because unfortunately, I only have 4 in my possession, but this all came from the producer's household. Apologies. And honestly, this is actually a good one to end on. Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64. Now, I don't know if I'm just kind of combining all of the Marios, but this one seems familiar. Maybe I also watched gameplay on it, or posters, and I'm just assuming that I did play it, but this one definitely seems popular, and it just seems familiar to me. But I don't think I played it on the Nintendo. I think I'm just combining it. Okay, next up would be the next oldest console that I own. Honestly, hold up. Let me do the iconic thing for this. The iconic Wii freaking Sports. Wii Sports. I used to love doing the boxing activity. And then growing up, my family and I would do bowling competitions. It would be like, you start at 3 pins, and if you knock them all down, you go to the next round. I feel like I have to sneeze. I feel like I have to sneeze so bad right now, but I'm trying not to. Wii Sports. So yeah, my family and I, like, even, I would say we would probably be down to do it nowadays too, during a game night, but we actually typically stick around with playing real board games, instead of, like, video games. But Wii Sports kicks it off. Let me see if I can make some room here, because this desk is so small. I'm gonna take another sip of water, though, if you'd like to join me on a quick hydration break. Alright. Oh snaps, now you can see the little Billy saw puppet up there. Don't keep looking at it. I know, I didn't mean to draw attention to it. But he is there, and I caught a glimpse of him, so I had to say something. Next up on the Wii games, we have a lot, by the way. I'm trying to show you. We've got a lot to go through. Next up is Game Party. Now, I would say that this is a level up from Wii Sports, in the sense of Wii Sports would say are more arcade style games. Air hockey, where you're just throwing it into a hoop. You're not necessarily moving around. Not that I remember. And then skee ball, I believe is what it's called. Hold on. I can show you back here. Yeah, I don't know. I would stick around with saying, not stick around, I would say that arcade games, an arcade, anything if you've ever been to Dave and Buster's, I would say that's what this is. There's darts. I don't know if I said that. It's a really fun game though, especially if you have multiple players. Alright, I'm just moving my coaster there. I'm gonna move Wii Sports over here. Next up, I do remember playing this game, I would say probably at a friend's house. But this game comes from the producer. The other two games came from me. The other two Wii games, I should say. Next up, Super Paper Mario. Super Paper Mario. Super Paper Mario. And even this has a pretty cool little design on the back. I really like this dragon thing. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I like the art style of this one. Again, I don't really remember if I played this. I know we did not own this one growing up, but this is the producer's. Mario flips out. Nice. But I have played it at least once, I swear. I can't really give an opinion on it because it's not something I really grew up with, but solid, I would say. I think almost any Mario game would be a solid pick. I think Mario in general is pretty timeless, so. And speaking of Mario, we've got Mario Kart. Now let me tell y'all, I am pretty good at Mario Kart. I think if you and I were put up in a match, you would place maybe like 3rd or 4th. I know I don't know your skills, but I think 3rd or 4th would be a pretty solid place for you. Oh my god, I just hit myself. But I would think that for myself, I typically come in 1st. I know. We can hold a competition or something and see if you can prove me wrong, but I'd get you. And all of these, they're just so cool. I'm definitely gonna miss having, just the physical game more because of the case. But I can't remember. Okay, hold on. I was gonna ask or say something about PlayStation 3, 4, and 5. When you put a disc in a new game, do you have to download it through Wi-Fi, or does it already come up? Like the GameCube, you put in a game, it automatically comes up. You don't gotta download anything. But I can't really remember anymore. I haven't bought a physical game in a long time. I've been playing Fortnite like crazy. But the next one I did play, this does come from us, I think, is Resident Evil. Resident Evil. Number 4. The Nightmare is Reborn. Yeah, this one is so cool, dude. I'll show the back, don't worry. Wii Edition. Man, this is another game that I would play with my brother. We would just alternate series. I love Resident Evil as a movie, or, the series in general. But the games, I don't even know, they are something different. This is one of the games that I actually was afraid of while playing. Like Call of Duty, Black Ops 1 and 2 zombies get me kind of, scared. They definitely get me scared when I'm alone playing in the dark, but this, I could be playing in the daylight and no, that is just too much. Now this next one, I also played Call of Duty 3. Call of Duty 3. You can hear the disc in this one. This is a really good game too. A lot of these I do kind of remember like playing it and really liking it. But then there are others where I'm like, I don't think I played that. Like, let me see, where is it? Like Yoshi's Story. I never played that. Did I ever show you the back of Resident Evil? I can't remember. But this is Call of Duty 3, the back of it. And honestly, if we want to get real nostalgic, I'll try and open it. Comes with a little, is this the guide? Weapon controls, yeah, it's a nice little gaming guide. I really, really, really love book sounds, like paper sounds. It's gotta be a really crunchy feeling paper though. Like this one's still nice, because it feels really grippy between my fingers. But I really, really, really enjoy it. I don't know, there's some dust there. I was like, get away. But I really enjoy paper that has been wet, and then it's really crinkly. And that's what the inside of this one looks like. Trying to get that glare out of your face. There we go. Pretty sick. I really like the DVD on this one. Alright, let's close that up. And let me very quickly show you the Resident Evil background there. And I always loved that it would tell you up here the accessories that you needed to play the game successfully. I thought that was really nice of the Wii to do. This next one comes from the producer. She actually does really like this game, and she has played this next one. Pikmin. It kind of sounds like I'm saying pigmen. I don't know if you're gonna tell a difference. But I was talking about, the second time I said it, I was talking about a Minecraft mob. My favorite Minecraft monster. A pigman. A zombie pigman. But this is Pikmin. Pikmin 2. The producer said that her family would choose between all the Pikmin, and she was this one, I believe, the purple one. That one, right there. I can't remember which sibling or which parent was which, but I thought that was really cool. And then you got this. I like the little creatures. They're very weird but creative. I really like it. I like really creepy looking art. I don't know, maybe you can kind of tell from my tattoos, like this is the back, the art style. Now this I would definitely play today. This is a pretty solid game. I don't think you can go wrong with Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. This next one is called We Play. We Play. I would say in the category. I feel like I'm saying that weird. As the arcade game that I was mentioning earlier. Almost similar to Wii Sports. This one, it looks like you have table tennis. You have another thing where you shoot plates. You shoot plates as they get shot into the air outside. You can ride a horse, or maybe it's a cow. And that is kind of what I'm talking about there. Looks like you can play pool as well. That's pretty cool. I really like games like this that have multiple games inside of it. I think it's a good bang for your buck. Now this next one, y'all, you've already witnessed my channel. Maybe you've already scrolled through it a little bit, or you've seen the video. You can't go wrong with Call of Duty Black Ops. I remember playing this on the Wii and just being like so disoriented because of the controller. I had only been playing with like a PS controller, a PlayStation controller, or a Nintendo, like some type of controller in that sense, but having the Wii stuff, oh my god. That was so trippy to get used to. But honestly, I kind of really liked playing Call of Duty on the Wii because it really felt like I was holding a gun. Like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like it felt like I was in the game. It felt a lot more interactive with the Wii controllers. And I think that they even had an accessory where you could even put your controllers in and it looks like a little gun. I don't know. We didn't have that, so. But I swear that's a thing and I swear I wanted it. But that's Call of Duty Black Ops. Wow. That is insane. Yeah, that's really the only thing I'm gonna be missing is just the case. I was never really the type of person to go in and look at the guide, but for GTA, I was definitely the person taking the map out and just opening it up. I missed that. I don't think that they did that in the modern day years, like our modern day consoles. But we'll see. Next one. Super Mario Galaxy. I think I've only played this once again at a friend's house, just not really memorable, but I do remember hearing a lot of good stuff about Super Mario Galaxy, so and I really like the style of art that Mario is always in, even when they switched it up to Paper Mario. So that's really fun. I was getting lost there and scratching that. And last up for the Wii games, it's another Mario game. Super Mario Galaxy number 2. Now I did not do that actually. I did not mean to have that in order, but that's awesome. I don't think that I played this one. But I really do like the sound of the case. And there's the art. That's kind of what the game looks like. Man, that is awesome. Alright, that was all for the Wii games. I'm trying to stack them together here so that I can show you. Oh, shoot. Imagine all of these just fall right now. Bam. Oh, God. Sorry, I kind of scratched at the microphone there. Okay, I'm gonna put those away. And maybe I can put some of these Nintendo games away. Oh, whoopsie, sorry about that. Okay, next up, I had to make sure I didn't put that in the frame. Next up is a really popular game. Well, it was super popular when I was growing up. I think it was the PlayStation 2, but I could be wrong. It could have been the PlayStation 1. But then I ended up seeing that they had it for PlayStation 3. So the next category is PlayStation 3. And this is, I think, unfortunately, the only PS3 physical game that I have in my possession, unless for some reason I have them stored somewhere else that I'm not remembering. But I kind of want to say that my brother ended up keeping all of the PlayStation 3 games, because at the time I wasn't really playing video games. So he has them, I think. I don't know why I would get rid of them, so I think that they're maybe hiding. But anyways, Twisted Metal was a badass game, dude. This was such a good game. It was so peak. Ugh, I don't even remember what it's like to play it on the PlayStation 3, but I would highly, highly recommend to get it for the older console. There's the art there. Twisted Metal Returns. Twisted Metal Returns. That is sick. Now, since we opened up the Wii game, I'll tell you. Let's see, we open this one up. Hold up, it's gonna. There we go. Y'all, my receipt is still in here. It was $15.05. But this is what it looks like. It's a sick game, dude. If you've never played this, I highly, highly recommend that you go on YouTube and just look up the gameplay. Just so that you can kind of see what it was like, but I'm telling you, it was a really good game. Let me see, hold on. Oh man, this is... I wanted you to be able to see the art well. Also, I apologize, I think I have really bad allergies today. I've not been able to breathe all day. But yeah, look at that, it's just so badass. I'm kind of curious, and so I'm grabbing the Twisted Metal guide. Alright, here it is. And I can even enter the code on the back. Just a guide, nothing special. I wasn't sure if there would be art. Okay, I'm gonna put that receipt back in too. Here we go. I think it's closed. Okay. Next up is a PS4 game, so that was it for the PS3, I'm pretty sure. Next up is Just Cause 3. Now this game is pretty good. I would put it up there with Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3. I would say they're in the same realm of genre. Very classy game though. so I can't really tell you much about it. I almost want to say that it was open world, but I could be very wrong. Next PS4 game. Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 2. This follows the main character, Aiden. And this one ended up being based in California, I believe, on number 2. I like that all of these cases feel very different from one another. This one low-key feels dusty though. Feels a little dusty. Now, I will say you were able to hack a lot more of your surroundings in this game. However, I still think that Watch Dogs, number 1, the first Watch Dogs ever, was my favorite. That one was based in Chicago, but you couldn't really hack much. It was like really focused on the story mode, and now in Watch Dogs 2, you can actually interact with your surroundings as you're going mission to mission. Next one, Far Cry 4. This one was also a really good game. I'm pretty positive that I think number 3 is better. But I think overall the Far Cry series, it's a really good series. I think it was very well done. I'm typically not into story mode like campaign, but if you look at all these games, I feel like Watch Dogs is really just a story mode game. Next up is Plants vs. Zombies. Garden Warfare. I really love Plants vs. Zombies. It was one of the best games that I played growing up. I didn't always play it on PS4, but when I saw it for PS4, I was like, it's mine. I gotta get it. Next up is Call of Duty. Call of Duty World War II. Call of Duty World War II. Nice little art in the back. Now, I would say that this is also in my top Call of Duty games. I would say it's not in any order, but Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, World War II, Cold War, not Ghosts, and then maybe that might be it for my order. Man, that's kind of sad, isn't it? Next up is a really badass game. Mortal Kombat 11. In general, I have always been a fan of Mortal Kombat. I love their movies. I want to see the newest one. I have not gotten the chance. ego form. I know that the stories are probably very different, but that's awesome. I didn't realize that I had already played it. That's what the front of the cover looks like. And the back art. Actually, I really like the back, it's cute. Alright, next up is Mortal Kombat. Again, Mortal Kombat XL. Mortal Kombat XL. This one, it looks like we get... I can't really tell. It's very dark in here, so I can't tell if this is the one where they add Freddy Krueger, but I can see Jason is here, Michael Myers. I think that's Michael Myers. Hold up. That's not Michael Myers. That's Leatherface. My bad, y'all. If this is the one with Freddy Krueger, though, Freddy Krueger, I really liked this one. But again, like I said, I think Mortal Kombat is just one of those timeless games that'll just always be good. I really like the old school ones, but the modern day ones are excellent as well. Oh, another Mortal Kombat XL, so we'll just pass that. Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure that one of these cases does not actually have that DVD. Because when I was with my first girlfriend, her sister, let me tell y'all some tea. Her sister, I was 17 at the time. Her sister was like 26, I believe, or 27. And she had this boyfriend who was also like 27. Him and I would always play on my PlayStation, and she would get upset. So one day, him and I are outside smoking, and she ends up taking one of my PlayStation games, and I didn't know that at the time until like a few days or a few weeks later. And we have no idea where it went. It was just gone, and it happened to be the game, because I had multiple games there, but only that one Mortal Kombat game ended up being taken because I was playing too much with her boyfriend. I can't make it up, y'all. I really can't make it up. And this is the case. This one has Need for Speed. This was the other game I played with them. That's crazy, but Mortal Kombat did it for her. Now y'all know kind of like the families I was around in my relationships. Not good, not good. Now wrapping up the PlayStation 4 games, we have the last two. This one being Little Big Planet 3. Little Big Planet 3. I've always really enjoyed the artwork of this and just the style of game it was in general. I guess you can almost compare it based off of these images to a Mario game. Mario game. This one was also pre-owned, and it was $8. Alright, last one for PlayStation 4 is Far Cry 5. And look, it is still closed. I've never played this one. I never got around to it. That's really sad, actually. I should fire up my PlayStation 4 and play it already. Can I play this on PlayStation 5? Is that allowed? I can't remember. I cannot remember. 47 minutes is when I'll have to cut that out. I just banged into the microphone. But this is the art right here. There's a dog. That's pretty cute. Dog on your right. Alright, I'm gonna put all of these over here. I'm scared I don't want to bang anything. messed up actually, but that's okay. Next up is for the Switch. And like I said, you just can't go wrong with Donkey Kong. Oh snaps, I don't know where the game is though. That's the inside. No guide. No guide. But that's okay. Gotta close that up. Once again, the cover and the back. Look at him over here. He's chilling. Next up is Little Nightmares 2. Little Nightmares 2. This game is badass. I remember playing Little Nightmares 1, so I don't remember much of this one. But I think this is a good go-to kind of game. Oh, my light. It's a pretty solid game to choose, I think, even when you're just alone, or if you're around people that are down to watch you play. It's a good one. And Super Mario Party. Super Mario Party and Super Mario Party and Mario Kart have always been my top 2 favorite Mario games ever. I love Mario Party because you can play with multiple people and it's just a good time. It's just like a huge board game with different little games inside of it. Sometimes it's you versus every other player, sometimes it's teams. It's a really cool game. I really love Mario Party. And that is all for the Switch games. Alright. Last up are DS games. First one being a 3DS game. And I got this for the producer one year, because she was telling me about how much she loved this game. Pikmin. Next up. I'm like, are there even games in here? I'm about to see. Yo, I should have looked at this before I recorded. Before I hit record. There were games in here, but now I'm a little concerned because I don't know where they're at. I was gonna show you all my DS games, but well, that's kind of sad. Now I'll have to go look for those. But the last thing I'll show you is, fun fact, one of the last presents I ever got from my dad for Christmas, and I can't believe that I still have it. It is a 3DS case. I'm sure you could fit any kind of DS in it other than the XLs. And I've always been a fan of blue. It's really dirty, actually. Oh, I'm sorry. My 3DS right now, the game that's in it is Pikmin. I had to turn it down. It looked like it was about to, yep, it looked like it was about to play. Look at all that. That's so fun. This is everything I had in my library here. Let me see if I can put it here. Hold up. There we go. I don't think you can really see much, but we've got a swap note, a little present one. YouTube is on here. The Mii's AR games, which is when you could use your camera and you had like little cards around your home. I don't know, it'd make it come to life. We've got a Pokemon game in there. A Mario vs. Donkey Kong game. Here's my Zelda, where I played Zelda. Pikmin is currently in there. Uno is here, a classic. Apparently Kirby was gifted. And then we've got Batman 2. see that. But let's go ahead and turn that off. Power off one more time. But yeah, that is pretty much my haul for you. So sad about the DS games, but one thing I wanted to show you about the DS games, not sure if you remember this guy, Action Replay DSi, you would put, I'm pretty sure this was it. Or actually, maybe I'm tripping. I don't really remember anymore if this was the cheat codes, like you put in a game and you can get the cheat codes for it. Or if this is what you